Hey everybody, welcome to our all new scrap metal art video with Matt. Today I'm going to show you how I made this awesome pig face, so stick around, I'm going to show you how. Alright, so to get started on today's project, guys, you're going to need to get yourself 2 small size horseshoes. We're going to use those for ears. Then you need to get yourself 2 medium size right here. We're going to use that to shape the head. And then you need to get yourself 2 large size horseshoes, guys. Those will be the cheeks. Then you will need to get just about 3 or 4 extra horseshoes. That way we can cut small pieces off, because we're going to need to make the little chin piece right in here, and we're going to need to make a circle for in the middle right there for our nose. Then you're going to need to get 2 3/8 washers just like that right there for the nostril holes. Then you'll need to get 2 large size washers for your eyes, and then to attach all that we'll need just a tiny piece of threaded rod like so. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. You will also need a round piece of metal. It doesn't really matter, you just want it to be kind of tall. I'm going to use this old pipe clamp right here, guys, since it's a perfect circle right there, and we'll be using that for the nose. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is on my 2 smaller ones that I'm going to be using for the ears right here, guys, I just want to line them up nice and good just like that. Draw a little line right down the middle right here, and then over here keep them nice and lined up. Then you want to make you a straight line going straight across from this side to that side and mark your line, and we'll go ahead and cut these ends off just like that. Alright, so next I want to mark out the head shape right there, guys, and we just need a big round dome right here without this stuff in the middle. So what I want to do is just look at the horseshoe and kind of see where it starts to kind of sort of go a little straight. Mark me a line right there on that one, and we'll keep this left side right here. Same thing with this head part right here. You want to pop your line about right where it starts to go straight, and we'll keep the right side there. And then we'll have to use one of our other pieces of horseshoe to fill in that middle piece that's going to be right there, guys. So go ahead and whack off those right there. Then you need to cut off your tips on the sides that you're saving. A nice straight line, line them both up together just like that. At the same time, make you one line and cut those tips off. Alright, also on the cheeks right here, you just want to kind of just line them up together just like that right there, and just make you a little line cutting just the tips off. And you can see I didn't go far at all on that, guys, so we'll cut those tips off right there for now. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff cut real quick, and then we will be ready to clean it up and start welding some of it together. And then we'll have to come back in a little bit and cut off the insides right here when we stick our chin piece that we're going to use up to it, and make our marks for it once we get everything sealed together. So I'm going to jump on that now, guys. Alright, so I got everything that we went over cut out except for our sides right there, but we'll worry about that part later. What I want to do real quick now, though, is on both of my ears, I'm going to have to bring them in just a little bit, right? So remember, we made our middle mark, so we can go ahead and cut both of the ear pieces right down the middle. Just make sure you keep the one that goes with that one with the 2 tabs that go with that one. So we're going to go ahead and cut both the ears right down the middle. Alright, so next I want to take one of my little spare horseshoes that we had to the side, guys, and we're going to want to cut out a small piece that looks just like this right here. And as you can see, all I did was just take it and cut it at 2/45s on each end right there, and then we'll cut it again in a little bit. But for now, that is our piece that we can use for the bottom of the chin right there, guys. So now that you got that piece cut out right there, we're going to go ahead and start sorting our pieces. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is on the head, I'm going to join these two pieces so that it's kind of straight. It's not got to be perfect. And if you want to, you can space that out a little bit and weld you in a piece of straight flat bar right in there, or cut it off of a horseshoe. But what I'm going to do is just pitch it in right there, just like that. I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and weld this part together right here, and then we'll come back with a cutoff wheel and we'll cut off our lines that we made when we put our cheeks up there to see how they're going to look. So I got these marks. I'm going to go ahead and weld this together and then cut off both of these flat ends right here. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now is take my two cheek pieces right here, guys, and just want to turn them in so that they kind of are almost straight, but you want them just slightly turned just a little bit, just a hair. Maybe right there would look best right there. And let's see on this one, that right there looks good. And then you just want to take you a marker real quick and make a mark going across right there, and a mark coming across right here. Alright, and then we need to make sure that our little piece right here for the bottom chin little piece is going to fit and have a nice angle to separate it, guys. So let's see what it looks like right there. Alright, so I want to come down just a hair. And then I can probably use a smaller size horseshoe right there. Like I said, this one's just for reference right now, but we can find us a tighter fitting horseshoe, like a smaller arch right there. And that would look great right there when we cut off the ends, and that'll be the little chin right there. So what I'm going to do is go by my lines that I already have right here, guys, and go ahead and cut these off next, and we'll go ahead and lay them back down and weld these together next. So let's jump on that now. Alright, guys, so I found a smaller piece right here that we can use with a much sharper arch right there. So what you want to do is just line it up on the line right there, and you want to give it just some separation. You ain't gotta go all crazy with it, right? So then what you need to do is set it down nice and flat, and you take a marker just like I did here. You need to mark it right there. You need to mark it over here, right? Then what you need to do is come and hold it on your lines. And you're going to need to mark it here at the top joint on this one, and same thing, top joint on that one. So we'll go ahead and cut off our two marks right there, and then we'll cut off our two nubs right here, and that will give us our little dimple right there, the little chin area. Alright, guys, so we got these two end pieces cut off, and we got our little chin piece. Just set it in place. It's not got to be perfect, just make it the best you can out there. Get that lined up where you want that to be, and then go ahead and weld that in place. Alright, so the next thing that I did, guys, after letting that cool down for a little bit, is I lined it up with the cheek and the chin right here at the bottom of my table right here, and I made a mark where it was, marked it on the table, and I just took a speed square, popped a straight line. That's going to help us whenever we go to put our eyes and our nose in place, guys. But right now, I'm just going to leave it on my marks right there, but we're going to work on the ears. So if you got your pieces right here, go ahead and clean up your tips on everything just like that. And then what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to line them up so that they're touching just like that, and you kind of want to give it just a slight pitch just like this. And you'll notice right here, let me zoom in for you, I'm leaving this notch like a V still, guys, because what we're going to do is we're going to take our two matching nubs right here, and we are going to point one in just like that, and then we're going to put one just like that, and then bring them together. So the best way to do this is to just go ahead and take your one piece and go ahead and weld your ear hole part right there upward, and then let that cool, and then we'll weld that into place. And then what that will do is give us where we need to mark our piece right here, so that this can butt up right against that, just like that. And then we'll seal it just like that, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on that now. Alright, so we got that ear welded on, so quickly we're just going to go ahead and weld the other ear on, guys. Then we'll be ready to move on to making our nose piece with the washers and for our eyes also. Alright guys, so we got both of our ears welded on. I've got my face lined up on my line and marked to help with the eyes and the nose holes and the nose we're going to use. And I went ahead and tacked it down on one side just to keep it nice in place so it doesn't move around on me or anything. So what I'm going to do now is place this where I like it. And I'm going to use the end right there to kind of line it up nice and straight. Just like that. I might pull it up just a hair, and then you can see that's where the eyes will go. You can line them up and then center your nostrils together and put them out to the side just like that. Alright, so once you get it lined up where you want that, you can go ahead and weld your two washers into place inside the nose, and then weld your two washers on the outside of the nose. Then we will go on to putting us a little piece of wire that'll go from here to there, our little threaded rod that we got right there, guys, and that will connect it all together. So let's go ahead and get all of this stuff welded up. Then we'll quickly cut us a little piece right here to fit here, and a piece to go from there to there. Alright guys, we got everything welded up. That is our main piece right here, and as you can probably tell, I went ahead and cleaned it up with the old wire brush front and back, guys, like that. So what we're going to do now is just let that continue to cool down for a little bit, and then we will paint that with some primer and then get some pink on it. Alright guys, there we go. It's all finished up and dried now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to hit that like button down below for me, guys, to support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful week. Peace.